Blessings, 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 everybody. DLT is my name, the host of the Awesome Music Show, and we're delighted to go live with you one more time on this Friday, November 4th, 2022. Already it's November, and trust me, let me just stop this music and we just say a few things. Already it's November, and trust me, I'm sure a lot of you are surprised that the year has gone this far. But guess what? God is still good to us and He is in control of everything. So it's another awesome day given to us by an awesome God to do some awesome things. And we are delighted to share this wonderful, wonderful platform. Thank you so much, Sister Michelle, for joining. Dorian Charles, blessings, blessings to you. Yeah, we're late. We're starting late, but we're having some technical issues behind the scenes. But guess what? The broadcast is going to be a good one. So we're live on Instagram, DLT Music, and also on YouTube, DLT Music. And we are really, really giving God thanks for this wonderful, wonderful broadcast. I'm going to be taking a little bit more of this wonderful, wonderful song. And if you can, just listen to the words. Biblically sound. Listen to the words. And then I'm going to be introducing this wonderful, wonderful man of God. So many things are happening today. November 4, my guest on the show on Monday was Colette Lawrence. She's having her women's conference in Florida today, November 4, and that promises to be a really, really good event. The information is on my page, so please support that event. Zluj, thank you so much for joining, bro. Support that event. This is going to be her second event of its kind, and she was my guest on the show. Also today is the big ABGMA Awards in Antigua, and I want to personally big up Apostle Stanshaw Cornelius and the entire team in Antigua. Trust me, to pull off an event like this, a global event, it's not easy, but she did it. Even with a change of venue in the last 2 weeks, she still managed to pull it off. Blessings to you, Minister Givens, O'Neill Givens, representing Maypen Clarendon, Chris Nadine Evans, my niece. Thank you so much for joining as well. And we're really, really happy to have you guys on today. So we're going to be talking about some other stuff. And that awards will be happening in a few hours in Antigua. And trust me, this show is representing for that award. We had a pre-show a few days ago, even though the enemy tried to stop that show, but we still managed to broadcast. You can go on my page and you can find that broadcast as well. So blessings to everyone. So let me take a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to be introducing the wonderful man of God that you're seeing on screen. If you're on the Instagram platform and you want to log on, you can log on to my page, DLT Music on YouTube, so you can see all that's happening. And it's really, really a pleasure. Friday, November 4, and we're blessing God for this wonderful, wonderful show. Let's take this one more time. This song features Carlton Lewison. Big up to Sluge, big up. Minister Patricia Jones, PCJ Travel Advisory. Let me get that right. PCJ _ travel _ advisory. For all your travel needs, contact her. Also remember that the show is sponsored by my own travel company, the Awesome Travel Zone. For all your travel needs, you can reach out to me just the same. Car rentals, hotels, flights, reach out. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro, for joining. And it's a pleasure to share this platform one more time. All right. So the the person I have on the platform with me today, he's a worship leader, he's a singer, songwriter, he's a background vocalist, he's a spoken word and recording artist, and multi-award winner and nominee. I speak of no other than a friend and brother, Minister Sterling Roberts. How you doing, bro?
Oh, blessings, man. DLT, bro. Blessings to everybody who's on. It's an
Yes,
honor always to reconnect with you, man. God bless you immensely for sure.
definitely. And Sister Michelle just posted in the chat, it's not the label, it's your life. And it's really,
Ah,
really so awesome. Trust me, because I've been listening to the song, the feeling of the song, the genre, the whole
yeah,
beat, everything. But when you listen to the words, because for those who know me by now know that it's not just the feel good music. It
yeah,
has to have sound, because you can have really good music, but trust me, the lyrics are just a mess. And trust
yeah.
me, really
Hmm.
good to listen good music. So it's really good to have you on today, bro. I could spend the whole evening just talk about your accolades and your
Wow.
awards and the ministries and everything. But we're going to be going into some real background stuff about who Sterling Roberts is. And trust me, I have to say it all the time on the show. I'm connecting with you because of my good friend and Sister Michelle, and it's really,
Yeah,
really awesome that she can be just sharing these wonderful
yeah.
connections. Minister Darren Charles was on the show
Blessings,
few weeks
blessings,
ago.
Michelle.
Awesome, awesome man of
Blessings,
God.
Doreen.
Minister O'Neill Givens from Jamaica, always supporting the show. He has been on the show
Thank
twice
you.
last year. And trust me, he has always been supporting the show. Really, really good. And for those who have been supporting for the first year, and we're almost at the second year anniversary, I have to say, God is good. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amen.
All right,
Amen.
Minister. So we're going to be talking about what's happening first
Yeah,
in the industry right now as we speak today in
yeah,
Antigua. You should be there. I should be there, but
yeah,
because of circumstances, we're not there. So I want to
yeah,
start with that because I know a lot is happening, and trust me, we just heard a little bit a while ago that there might be some live stream happening, and we want to share that as well, because we can't make it in person, but we want to be there as much as possible via the internet.
yeah,
So that's really, really something that's really exciting. And trust me, you have
yeah,
gone down that road many, many times. A lot of those things are new for me as a young broadcaster. But
yeah,
I want you to just tell us a little bit about the ABGMA Awards, and we can just get that out of the way, and then
yeah.
we're going to be getting into who Sterling Roberts really is. So tell us a little bit about the Sterling music. I keep mixing up because your name is Sterling and there's awards. That's just happening in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's
Correct me,
totally
bro.
fine.
ABGMA Awards,
Yeah,
ABGMA Awards
yeah,
in Antigua and Barbuda. So go ahead,
yeah.
bro. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, blessings to everybody, DLT and the whole entire crew. Thanks for clicking it and staying with us. So the ABGMA Awards is the acronym, sorry, of the Antigua and Barbuda Gospel Music Awards.
Yes.
They have been in existence for some time. I'm trying to get the number, but it just escapes me right now. But they are
Yeah, about
very
7 or 8
much
years, I
right.
think.
You
Yeah.
understand? And they have been well established. Um, very much internationally recognized. And
Hmm.
the CEO, Apostle Stanshaw Cornelius, big shout out to her and the whole entire committee,
Yes.
have been recognizing artists, gospel artists, whether it be indie or signed, and really recognizing those who have been working and they've seen things happening with them and giving them that showcase and that
Yeah.
honor and recognition. And we just want to say thank you for that. And it so happens, if you're talking on my behalf,
Hmm.
I actually, by God's grace, in the year of 2020 into 2021, have been not only a nominee for various categories, but also, by God's grace, we have been able to win some ridiculous categories.
Yes.
Um, just being nominated alone was big enough. Um,
Hmm.
but to know, especially in the year of 2020, when we were successful in copying the best soca category,
Mm-hmm.
best dancehall,
Yeah.
best dancehall collaboration for Agogea with my brother Fahrenheit, and songwriter of the year male.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And that
That's
was that. That was a milestone that only God could have done
good.
for the songs that had been released that time. And now for this year, we are nominated for three categories,
Yeah.
which international psalmist of the year,
Mm-hmm.
mind blown.
Yes.
um,
Yes.
um, inspirational inspirational song of the year
Yes.
for Fortress, and best soca collab. That's with myself and Carlton for the song that you just played. Not the label is
Mhm.
the life.
Yes.
So Carlton is over there, and in represented. I'm thinking he's also one of the ministers to perform for the ceremony, and
Mm.
it's just an honor to be recognized for such. And we just want to say thank you to Apostle Cornelius and everybody who has a part and parcel to play in that. It's going to be an awesome one. I could tell.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And before the end of the show, I'm going to be sharing some information as well from the official Instagram page
Yeah,
for Apostle Stanshaw. And trust me, it's going to be an awesome event. It takes a lot of effort,
yes,
resources to put something on like this. And trust me, even just to identify persons to be nominated, I can
yeah,
just imagine that must be a hard task. But we want to just celebrate Apostle Stanshaw and the crew over there in Antigua. And all those who are there representing for us and everybody else, trust me, it's
yeah.
really, really awesome. All right, bro. So that's really good. But I mean, before you get to all of those awards, I mean, it had to start somewhere because they didn't just pick up Sterling Roberts and just award him because
Yeah.
he just had a name. It shows that you have been putting in the work and it's evident on your pages and everything. So tell us how it all started. Who was Sterling Roberts? I mean, growing up. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you actually got into music like that.
Still in Roberts, before being a recording artist, before being a gospel artist,
Hmm.
Still in Roberts was is redeemed,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
is God actually placed me in there before I even realized that I was in this.
Hmm.
Um, I was a late bloomer. Realized music came into play around the age of 19, uh, in a talent show at school.
Yes.
And that's where everything started. I didn't know that me hiding in a corner, making sure the notes that a boy group was about to perform it in the corner, and I was
Yes.
just singing the note because of coming up in a musical family.
Hmm.
I just started to sing the notes. Didn't even realize I could have decently held a note, you know.
Right, right.
And and then people make me out because they were like, didn't know I was like I could have sang a little bit, and I didn't even know that. It just came out. I think I was set up by God. And after winning by God's grace, through years of, just jumping into scriptures and everything, God
Hmm.
allowed me to enter a competition when He gave me a song via inspiration of His Holy Spirit and dreams, to win at that time the annual Full Gospel Song Festival in 2002 in my nation.
Wow,
And
wow.
God allowed me to win all the categories. To this day, my wife and friends who were there keep on making jokes on me. They said the only category that I didn't win was best female vocalist, and and, and that was just and that actually started the whole thing to into
Yeah.
recording now speed track a few years.
Hmm.
Um, Worship leader, and I'm a worship leader. And that everything just stemmed from there.
Hmm.
Encounters with Him, um, having that tenacity to seek His glory, and everything fostered from that.
Yes,
And
yes.
from there is where Most High came in, which
Hmm.
was the first single ever released. That came in a dream, and
Wow. So,
that came sometime in 2018. I was asleep, and I didn't see where I was in the dream, but it felt like if I was in heaven,
hmm.
and I could not have seen anything. It was dark. It was black. It felt like in heaven. I was like on the floor with my face down.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, I'm hearing the genre of music that we're familiar with in Trinidad and the Caribbean called soca.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded so heavenly and so filled with brass and strings and real like bada. And I was like, and the only thing in that short 10 seconds for me, it felt like the dream lasted for 10 seconds, but in the dream, it felt like eternity.
Yes, yes.
And in the dream, all I could have said was, before the dream ended, was, it have soca in heaven.
Yeah.
Uh, and,
Yeah.
and dream ended. I felt led to finish writing the song. And by God's grace, He provided finances and producers through the different means and ways. And that's actually started the whole thing. From the release of Most High, breakthrough started to happen even in secular markets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the song has been placed from Canada to UK to different places in different charts that it didn't have any gospel music in it.
Wow, wow. So that was a breakthrough moment.
So that was a breakthrough moment. And that happened like within a space of like 2 days after it was released.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Right, right. So if I'm hearing right, you officially started recording in 2018.
Yeah. Let's say the last quarter of 2018.
Oh, okay, okay, great, 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 great. So that's good, bro. That's good. That's good. So we're looking
Yeah,
at so many awards, so
yeah,
many accomplishments in such short time. I can
yeah.
only say God is really good to you because
Glory to
in some people might look at certain things and they have all kinds of things to say, but if you've been putting in the work, you've been humbly doing it, not for the awards, because we spoke about that on
God.
the
Yeah,
pre-show, the pre-award
yeah,
show the other day.
yeah,
And I mean, a lot of times, and you can attest to it, I'm sure sometimes possibly you just saw yourself nominated for a category,
yeah,
and because of the work that has been put in, and that's really, really good. So in terms of your musical likings though, who were some of
yeah.
those persons that you basically emulated or you looked up to? Because most singers look up to some singers. You like
Right.
how they sound, you like the music and stuff. Who were some of those
Yeah.
persons in your earlier days?
It varied a lot because I realized as I started to get more into it based on the heart of what I was looking for and what I was being led towards, I was
Yes.
more so trying to embrace authentic, true worship through different genres.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it could be as gritty as the earlies of Mali music.
Yeah.
Um, it could be as heartfelt as hill songs from the earlies to
Mm-hmm.
the Commission, Keith Stater and Fred Hammond.
Yes.
Certain cases, Donnie McClurkin. If you come up the road, um, who else? Boy, there's a lot. People from even from the UK side that in the
Mm-hmm.
name escapes me. Um,
Yeah.
there have been a lot of people that have influenced me. I was just looking for, I think what really started connect with to me was truth and authenticity.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
when those things started to be highlighted, I could have bear witness to a lot of different ones, noted ones, people who are in notoriety, and also those who seem in obscurity, but they are like literally like hitting my chest. Um, there's a lot. I have a big list.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good because it's good to be influenced by different people, because there are some people who just listen one kind of music, and
Yeah,
you and I know after a while you're going to be influenced by it,
yeah,
because you might just end up sounding like the person and you're trying to
exactly.
do everything like the person. But when you have a wide
Yeah,
cross section of persons that you emulate, you listen to,
yeah,
it gives variety to your music, which I'm really seeing coming
yeah,
through with the songs that you have published so far, and it's
yeah,
really, 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 really good.
yeah,
So the next thing, because you have done some collaborations with some artists
yeah.
on several of your tracks. Tell us about some of those collaborations and how you actually form those collaborations, because a lot of people tend not to do collaborations
Yeah.
because for some reason they might not connect with the person and everything. But
Right.
tell us a little about those collaborations as well.
Okay. So the first collaboration that I ever did was with my brother Lionel Teep. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Lionel.
Yeah, man, big
He's
up.
actually one. I think he's also going to be there for the ABGME Awards.
Yes,
Um,
performing.
yeah. So a friend of mine from New York, shout out to Anointed Sound TV, Clyde, DJ Clyde Corshi. He reached out to me, and Lionel was looking for some people to join on a project that's entitled All Are We.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
was in the time when the pandemic just hit, and then they had this whole uprising of war and the civil unrest in the U.S. and different places in the world.
Yeah.
So he wanted a song that different people from different parts of the planet could come together, and I was referred to him, and we connected over WhatsApp. We called, we spoke, we connected. I really felt this kindred spirit with him, and
Yeah.
I ended up when I did my 16, if I'm not mistaken, my 16 bars or my 8 bars, um, they were like in the studio because they were reporting back to me whenever they got wind of what information. And he was like, bro, I think we have to leave you for last. I was like, are you serious? Because it was slightly intimidated.
Yes.
Because Lionel has been doing this longer than I have. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but to hear that their producers and the people who they've been working with was so ministered to and touched by what we were able to produce in our side of the coin, they decided to leave that as last
Mm-hmm.
on the entire project. And we've been hearing testimonies from since. So that project is called All Are We, and that was with
Yeah.
Lionel. So blessings to bro, and
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
so that's actually caused us to even be even closer and stuff. So that was one, and then another one to pull from is the same. Not the label is the life.
Yes.
So Carlton is really the visionary behind that. That song originated from a experience he had with some co-workers who were really highlighting the fact that there were some hypocritical believers who were saying one thing, doing next,
Mm-hmm.
and they were not led to come to the Lord because of that example, and that hurt him.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And
Sad.
why? Yeah, yeah, and that hurt him. And he was walking away from that situation with that term. It's not the label, it's the life.
Mm-hmm.
He connected with Ruel Lynch, who is the producer for a few of my projects. Well, shout out to Ruel,
Yeah.
producer for the Panted Production Studios. And he reached out to Ruel to create a track. And he said he needs somebody to be a part of this. And he actually was looking at me before I even knew people were watching me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And he asked him for me to be a part of it. Ruel calls me to the studio while I had a project working with him,
Yeah.
allowed me to hear the track. And automatically, when I heard the name and I heard what the track sounded like, I felt something in me say, do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
uh, and I wrote from the second verse to the end. Uh,
Yes.
and it was that to this day. I mean, it's people have been saying this like it's so groovy and yet it's so convicted at the same time. Because it's really more so not about the label. I mean, the life will determine the label.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You eat the fruit and it'll be like, oh, this is mango, rather than the mango tree saying, hey, I'm a mango tree. The mango tree is like silent. It's
Right.
like
Right.
eat the fruit and the fruit will tell you where I am and who I am
Definitely.
and who I
Definitely.
represent. So that was awesome. And there are others, but we'll see about those in
All
time.
right. All right. All right.
Yeah,
Blessings.
but
Blessings,
definitely
Steve.
you'll get to know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's good, bro. That's good. And I want to big up to Lionel performing live in Antigua today,
Yeah,
representing the awesome. I'm mixing it up. The ABGME Awards. He'll be there. He was on the show for the pre-show the other day, and
yeah,
trust me, wonderful brother. Very,
yes, yes,
very good in spirit, and the vibe is just really, really nice. So
yeah,
really want to big up Lionel and all those who will be performing. I think Lol Thomas will be performing there as well.
yeah,
He's a guitarist, and trust me, all those will be there
yeah,
on that. stage. Trust me, represent
Yeah.
well, and we want to just big up everybody. Want to big up Rachel Eakstein on the platform
Hey,
as well. Thank you, Rachel, for
Rachel.
joining and for being on the platform here. It's really, really good to have you, and welcome, welcome to the family. So, bro, I want to listen to one of the tracks from you. And you mentioned earlier, you mentioned Fortress. Let's
Yeah,
listen to a little bit of Fortress, and then when I come back, you're going to be telling us about the projects that you have released so far, and how they've been going. So
no
let's
problem.
listen to a little bit of Fortress as we take it down on the Awesome Music Spotlight this Friday, November 4. Let's take this out. Be my shield and defense. Jesus be my shield and defense. Shield and defense. I've made my dwelling place. Before I play the song, bro, you mentioned earlier that this song was one of those that you were nominated for as well for this awards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is one of the songs, yeah, I was nominated for, and also this is one of the songs that was on the Christian Music Weekly charts, #1 for about 3 weeks.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. All right, all right, all right. Let's take some more of Fortress. Fortress. For God is my refuge and my fortress. I made my dwelling place right here. For God is my refuge and my fortress. He will deliver me from every calamity, and in spite of catastrophe, He comforts in tragedy. So I don't care what they might try. Pestilence dark like the night sky. Bullets and arrows that might fly. Threatening thousands at my side. Oh, they shall not come nigh to me. Holy Spirit outside and inside of me. Shall not up and be most high of me. I've made my dwelling place here. But God is my refuge. I've made my dwelling place here. But God is my refuge. So I will say like Jacob, oh, was a missing place. This is the Lord's house, and there's nothing that can come against it. So draw your weapons, but you won't be able to defeat it. Cause we hit that enemy, wrapped up in because we need it. So they shall not come nigh to me. Holy Spirit outside and inside of me. Oh, shall not up in the most high of me. Awesome, awesome track, bro. Awesome, awesome track. And I want to personally congratulate you on being nominated for the this year's ABGME award in several
Yeah.
different categories. And it's really, really good. It's really, really good. In spite of what is happening in your life, I'm sure there are several different things that we could talk about. And one of them that I've been seeing is that you were healed of a heart condition at 8 years old, and I'm sure that would have been a testimony that you will never ever forget, because we all know most people with heart conditions a lot of times sadly don't survive, and it's really good that you could have kept that testimony and you can be spreading the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So tell us a little bit about that and how you have been using that past testimony as a driving force in your ministry now.
No problem at all. So, at the age of 8, I was in a season where not just myself, but my immediate family
Yes.
was in a season for that year. Everybody from whether it be either immediate or extended were in the hospital at least once.
Wow. Wow.
My sister who was alive at the time, she was in the hospital. She was pronounced dead twice, and resurrected, and it had a whole lot of stuff that was happening from grandparents to uncles, aunts,
Yeah.
cousin, and there was the particular hospital, which is San Fernando General. We could
Mhm.
have we could have put carry people through tours through that hospital just to
Yeah.
let you know how good we knew the
Good.
situation.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
It was crazy. It was a real crazy time.
Yes.
And I was 8 years old. I was into sports, track and field generally. And my parents just decided, let's take Stolen for a random test just to see if he's okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they took me to the doctor to do the ECGs, the heart stuff and the body checks. And the results came back that I had a heart that looked like somebody deteriorate, like a over 80-year-old heart that was
Wow.
deteriorating in an 8-year-old boy.
Mm. That would
Um,
be shocking to anybody.
yeah, that would be real shocking. And you're going through all these things already, and then you just do a random test on the child that look like the most healthiest one out of everybody, only
Mm-hmm.
to hear the doctor say he looks like he need to be in the hospital more than everybody else in the family that went.
Wow, wow.
You know,
Yeah.
um, so they didn't know what caused it. They just decided to give me every sort of medication possible,
Mm-hmm.
to see if any one of them would have worked. And bro, none worked.
Wow.
Only it only made the situation worse. Um, One particular night, my heart rate, I had a t-shirt sleeping, and my parents were freaking out. My mom was a registered nurse at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and she recorded that my heart rate after taking certain medication went over 144 beats a minute.
Wow, wow, wow,
Literally,
wow.
could have seen the t-shirt doing this,
Vibration.
right?
Yeah.
So this swore my heart would have exploded, and that would have been it. But by God's grace, nothing happened. Um, the second to last time we went to the doctors, my mom heard a voice saying, "It's time to turn to me," which is literally like she's hearing the voice of the Lord saying, "You tried everything else.
Turn
Now
to
you're
me.
gonna turn." You know, um, even the doctor even said, "There's nothing medically and naturally we could do for your child anymore. It's time to
Mhm.
go higher."
Yes, yes,
So for
yes.
the doctors to tell you that, just to let you know,
Out of their hands.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to church. We went to the church. My mom made a promise. She said, "If you heal my son, I'll serve you for the rest of my life." We went to church. The entire church they prayed and laid hands on me, and we went back to the doctor some time after. They did every check, test, exam possible. Every single test came back with a result that they were not. They didn't understand. They went back and did more tests. Come back, results different. They couldn't understand. They did every
Yeah.
test looking for a problem. Came
Mm-hmm.
back and realized that my heart looks actually younger than the age of the boy before them.
Mm. Wow, wow, wow. God is a miracle working God.
God is a miracle worker. And my
Yeah.
mom kept her promise. It took me a while to keep well, I didn't make any promise, but it took me a while to get um to start the journey of surrendering to
Yes, yes,
God.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
but my mom made a promise, and from since then, it was the journey that started from there. And that, according to what you were saying, really affected. Um, it really started to affect my heart, pun intended, uh, um,
Yes.
on on if I'm given this opportunity, because God could have just given anybody else it,
Yes. And you could have been gone.
and I could have been gone. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but to allow me here at the time that I'm here,
Yeah.
and then give me something that I didn't deserve, but He loved me enough, understanding a mission that I'm placed on before I was even born, um, made me start to realize I need to do something, as in a form of saying thanks. I know
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to be able to repay him. I'm never going to. I'm,
Yes.
I'm, I'm never going to.
You
The
just show
amount of
your
time,
gratitude.
it's like, and I remember I made a statement. How much you have to give to God will never be enough,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not an excuse not to give Him what you have.
Simple. Simple. and
Yeah,
I think that's all He requires of us. I
yeah,
think that very simple. Yes, yes.
yeah. And that's how it ties in with it with the music ministry. It ties in with my worship. I mean,
Hmm.
worship. I consider the music ministry I'm doing worship. Um, no matter if it comes across dancehall or any other type of genre.
Yeah.
Um, at the end of the day, it's me saying you didn't have to give me this, but because of the fact you gave me this, I'm going to try my best and endeavor to do this with all my might for your glory.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then you take the wheel from there. I'm good. I'm the spectator who just I'm the hype man.
Yes, that's good.
I'm the hype man before the main act.
Right. And that's good. That's good because you have to get to a point where you just give God what you have. I mean, He
Yeah,
has given you talents. You didn't go and hide them. You could have, you could have been ungrateful, even with the healing of your heart. You could have just,
yeah,
disregarded God and just went on your merry way, like many, many people around the
yeah,
world have
yeah,
done. Your mom made a promise and she has kept the promise. You could have said, you know what, I didn't make any promises to God. He healed
yeah,
my heart. I'm no,
yeah,
you know, heal, I'm whole. I can just do whatever I want. I can live the life.
yeah,
But I'm so happy that you're using your gifts and your talents to be a blessing to this world. And that's really,
yeah.
really, really so awesome. So tell us
Amen.
about some of the projects that you have done so far
Right.
and how they have been doing, because you mentioned even one of them within days was starting to do well on the chart. So tell us about
Yeah,
the projects you have completed so far.
yeah. Well, most time being the first one, which is the kind of Caribbean soca,
Hmm.
which that was the first song I ever wrote, and that song went way beyond the Caribbean. It
Hmm.
went into Canada, it went into the US,
Yes.
different places. It started to get highlighted and nominated in different awards, as far as the S&M Gospel Indie Awards, the
Yes.
Gospel Hip Hop Awards, the Texas Gospel Music Excellence Awards,
Hmm.
the Praise Factor Awards. So that
Wow.
song was like that song was the one that entered those arenas and kicked open the door.
For you, right? That's good. That's
Right.
good. Good.
Yeah. I go gear now was totally like when Mostai kicked open the door, our gear
Hmm.
was the one that rearranging furniture.
Yeah. Set things a little bit in
Yeah,
order. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
So our gear did that. For the same award shows and different places within the world, especially within UK, and even open up certain demographics where usually dancehall is not played.
Hmm.
To hear in certain places that predominantly are urban driven or country music, then to
Yes.
hear on a network, they just started to open up for the Caribbean and you started hearing dancehall from a predominant country. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, God, what you doing? You know?
I know the question, man.
You know? Agogia was one of the songs, as I said prior, before, that won 2 awards within the ABGMA Awards in
Mhm.
2020. And that was the next thing. Then Fortress came. Fortress started to do things on minister to different people, just like the first 2 songs,
Mhm.
open up doors for us to sing, and to minister to the prison service, the official prison services, and the prison executive of our
Yes.
nation, allowed us to be placed on charts and to sing into prisons and different places, with mayors and certain dignitaries,
Yes.
placed on certain international charts. Number one from a fellow who didn't even reach in Los Angeles to be number one for 3 weeks in the
Mhm.
Christian music charts with the likes of Toby Mac and all these
Yeah.
other different people. And I was like, what is. And I was just so humble because I didn't even realize Fortress was going to be next. God orchestrated that. That's a story
Mhm.
by itself.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
Then the label is the life came right after that.
Yes.
Shout outs to Ruel and Carlton for even for that camaraderie and for us to unite, to bring forth such an awesome project that still to this day is hitting a lot of people.
Yes.
Um, and then after that was Rock Solid.
Mhm.
Rock Solid is dear to my heart because it's transitioning more into the type of worship that I'm familiar with. Um,
Right,
Even
right.
though for me worship is not a genre, but you could use genres to worship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
rock solid has something like real. Rock solid is
Mm-hmm.
is like a darling to me right now, and it's ministering, and that has opened doors. Um, and that is just awesome. And then there are others that, ooh, I'm excited to pretty soon you will hear.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
I want to say so bad, but but
That's fine, man. That's fine because I mean, the lines are open here,
yeah,
and
of course,
the show is open to you. So whenever you have something new and you want to drop it, bro, you can always reach out, and we can
yeah,
always
of course,
make
of course,
sure we send that forward because we
yeah,
know a lot is happening,
yeah,
and trust me, it's really good. And Rock Solid has been your last project, if I'm
yeah,
getting that right, with
yeah.
music.
Rock Solid is the last release project. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Right, right. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Really, really awesome, bro. And it's good that the songs
yeah,
are doing well, exceeding your expectation. Because a lot
yeah,
of people would know that sometimes as musicians, you put out songs and you just allow them to do. I mean, there's some amount of work that has to go on behind the
yep,
scenes with
yep,
these songs. But trust me, I'm sure in your mind, as you said, you ask God, what are you really doing, God? Because
yeah,
that is how God works. It
yeah,
always exceeds our expectations,
all the
and
time.
that's just how it goes. I
Yeah,
want to big up. I am Adrian 100 on the Instagram platform as well. Terry Teachers Consultancy, always supporting the Awesome Music Show. Thank you so
that's
much for
good.
supporting Serena, and it's really really good. Wonderful page, ladies and gentlemen. You can check her out, Ter Teachers Consultancy, for all the information relating to teaching services around the world. You can find it on that page. So please check it out and support her as well. And it's really, really good. Thank you, Sister Michelle, for being my wonderful co-host as well, helping in the chat. That's really, really good. Loving that, loving that. And Sister Michelle's birthday is coming up. We want to big her up on that as well. You can drop the date in the chat if you want, sis, so we can help to announce that, because trust me, it's really, really a good thing to reach that milestone yet
Mm-hmm.
again in
Yeah,
2022. So that's really good, bro. And you said you have some projects coming up, and we want to hear
mhm.
about those projects as soon as
Yeah,
they drop.
yeah,
And
yeah,
trust me, the awards will keep on coming, and so many things are happening in your music ministry, and
yeah,
very organized, and things are there for people to find you and support you. And I want to
yeah,
play one more. You mentioned the track earlier,
yeah,
Rock Solid, and we played
yeah,
it on the show before, so let me
yeah.
try to just get a little bit of it here, as we talk about Rock Solid, newest project on the planet. Rock Solid, Rock Solid. Let's check. Welcome to Cousin Monica. Thank you so much, cuz, for joining as well. Monica, Monica McLean. Thank you so much. That's the encouragement. That's the encouragement. And I said it on the show more than once. Sometimes we lean on so many other sources, and because they are not rock solid, they move. But when we lean on Jesus, you'll never, ever, never, ever move. And that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Rock solid, rock solid. And we have a request. Let's just drop it a little bit more. Zluge is asking one more time from the top. Rock solid, rock solid. Robert, question is what you're leaning on, what you're leaning on. All right, submission. I see your message. I see your message. All right, rock solid, rock solid, rock solid, rock solid. We seem to be having a little bit of technical issue with the music. They're not hearing it on YouTube, but guess what? We will know how to sort that out on our next broadcast. We've been having some real technical issues for the last couple of days. Some of you would know about it, but guess what? We are still pushing forward. If you're hearing us, though, if you're hearing me and the guests, that is fine, and that's good. Yes, Terina dancing away, dancing away, sounding good in my head and everything, but just we'll try to sort it out. Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
feedback. Really appreciate it. But it's
Mhm.
really, really good to have you on, Sir Sterling. And trust me, rock solid. And I've always been saying, what are you leaning on? We lean on so many different sources and they move because they're not rock solid. And
Yeah.
that's really, really good. Those who trust in the Most High shall
Yeah.
never ever be moved, and that's
Yeah.
really, really, really good. So
Yeah.
much we could talk about on the show, Sir Sterling, and you have so much things coming up. And as I mentioned earlier, I mean, you should not even be on the show today because you should be busy in Antigua collecting your
Yeah.
award or just being support the other ministers, but you found the time to be on the show, and it's really, really awesome to have you on because it's really, really good that you can have so much to talk about your
Yeah.
ministry, your worship leader, and off stage, you are still doing so much behind the scenes, and that's really, really good. So tell us
Yeah.
about any upcoming event that you might be having, any tours, and even future
Mhm.
collaborations.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of
Yeah.
those. You can also share your social media handles with us as well so that people
Sure.
can connect with you and be a support to your ministry. Share those with us.
Sure. No problem at all.
Yes.
So this November into December seems like a very somewhat busy one, but I'm good with it. Because I love what I do. So this weekend there's the Word of God Ministries, which is in St. James, Trinidad, Faith Tabernacle. I'm going to be there for the youth conference to minister there. Before that, I'm going to be in Kingdom Songs Radio to go through my life and history and really to reach out to people. So that's like tomorrow, this weekend, Saturday, from 12 to 3 with Kingdom News Radio. And then go to St. James for Faith Tabernacle with the God Ministries for the youth concert conference. And we have to minister in song there. And then next week, I'm going to
Mhm.
be for the evening of worship in the Cornerstone Open Bible Church in Diego Martin for evening of worship where I got the honor to serve through leading the people in worship plus with the songs that I'm doing for a little over 35 minutes. Um, then
That- That's good.
then there's the one of our networks in Trinidad, Isaac 98.1 FM, is
Mhm.
having their Christmas in the yard celebrations, where I'm one of the ministers there to minister.
Mhm.
That's in the early part of December. Then the police service, the regiment and the police service are having an event in the second week where I'm asked to come and minister. So it's been uh, just honor to utilize the gifts and see what God could do in the
Mhm.
environment for these songs. Next year, God willing, promises to be based on the trajectory where we really want to carry people even further on a journey of
Yeah.
transformation through the music. Um, and I'm just looking forward to connect with even people. Some on the live, uh, wink,
Mhm.
wink. They know who they are.
Yeah.
Um, and to really
Yeah.
connect with them and really foster a level of unity where we could showcase not just the diversity, but showcase God's heart through these different vessels. Um, there are other projects coming up too. Definitely Dayle and Awesome Music Show will definitely know.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Thank you,
you
bro.
know, definitely will be in the loop. And
Yeah.
as far as the social handles, guys, you can look for me at Sterling Roberts Music.
Mhm.
There's the official website for contact, bookings, queries, concerns, background checks, because you want to make sure that I'm legit. You
Yeah.
want to make sure. you want to make
Once you're
sure.
on the show, man, you're legit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man. Definitely. Definitely.
so check it out there. StudentRobertsMusic.com is the official website. If you're
Mm.
subscribed, you're going to get to learn and know certain things that social media wouldn't get immediately.
Mhm.
Some secret things too that you
Yes.
may be invited to stuff quicker
Yes.
than other people. Um, different things of that sort. So StudentRobertsMusic.com. I'm on all social media handles at Student Roberts Music from IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. You can get us there and feel free to connect. As I say, the website gives you everything breakdown from the
Mm.
song's history. All the music is available on all digital platforms.
Yes.
From the website, you can get that one time, one stop shop, or you could go on YouTube where the music videos are at, and right below the music videos, like for Sterling Roberts Most High, Sterling Roberts Fortress, Sterling Roberts Rock Solid, whatever one, you just look for me there, and right below is the link tree that sends you whether if they go into Spotify, Apple,
Mhm.
Deezer, Tidal, wherever you name it, everything is right there.
Yes.
But connect with the website. That's all I want to say so much on my brother's program, but connect with the website.
Definitely, definitely. And
Connect
for
with the website.
those who are going to be connecting, you will see the multiple awards and nominations that he has gotten in such short time. And it's just all about the blessings of God on his ministry. And, he continues to stay humble and just continue to do the work. Because that's all it takes, humility. A lot
Yeah,
of people will get maybe one award and, they're on top of the world. Nobody can
yeah,
reach them anymore.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
become so hyped. But I'm just happy that you have been remaining humble and just continue to do the work. And for those who are
yeah,
watching, those who are trying to enter into the music industry,
yeah,
so much is out there for you in the music industry, but there's one word that cements everything, and it's humility. And that
yeah,
stands out with the brother, and that's really, really good. I want you to
yeah,
just leave a final word of encouragement with our audience, those who are watching, those will be seeing this broadcast at a later time.
yeah,
I mean, so many people are going through so many different things, these days. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes I'm scared to check my social media because so much things are
yeah,
happening.
yeah,
So much
yeah,
sad news, and we just have to be an inspiration. That's one of the things we
yeah,
try to use the show to do, is just be inspiring. I could choose to debate and to broadcast all the
mhm,
sad things that are happening, because it gets a
yeah,
lot of traction, and you know that. You put
yeah,
out a video with someone being killed or something
yeah,
happening, on the evil side, it gets a lot of views. But
yeah,
I'm fine with just being positive, being awesome, as the name of the show
mhm,
says. So just
yeah.
share a positive word with the platform, and just
Mm.
encourage those who are on before we go on
No
this wonderful.
problem at all. No problem at all. Because my heart has been, weighing heavy on stuff that I've been seeing, just like, what you've said.
Hmm.
And I really believe, I was telling somebody this some time ago, as a minister in music, nothing fulfills or hits me harder, second to God's glory showing up, to seeing the impact of when somebody is so like hit with it
Yes.
that they make a decision. You didn't even lay a hand on them. You
Mhm.
didn't call them out. You didn't
Yes.
get a literal direct prophetic word. But it's
Yes.
something about utilizing the music for the glory of God, so much so that they make a decision and turn. They are so moved by God's love that it literally brings them to a space of repentance,
Yes.
that it gives them inspiration to not go a particular place that the enemy may have wanted them to lead. I think my encouragement to those who especially utilize their gifts is to do it from a pure place. Even if you're not sure of where that pure place is, I can
Hmm.
just tell you very simple. Go back to your first love
Hmm.
and let it be crafted in his presence.
Yes.
Utilize your gift in the presence of God. When it's time for you to go before people, it's just your private time with the doors open.
Hmm.
People must get impacted. Understand the power of what it is that you have to
Yes.
impact generations, and you can do it. Yeah,
Wow. 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 Awesome. Awesome, bro. Awesome. In
yeah,
understand the power that you have to impact
yeah,
generations,
yeah,
and you can do it. I think I saw it. I'm not sure if it was on a T-shirt or in a book, that change one life and you can change a nation.
yeah,
So sometimes you
yeah,
may try to change a nation and you can't
yeah,
change it, but
yeah,
you can change at least one life, and that one
yeah,
life can
hmm,
transform into changing
yeah,
other lives until the
yeah,
entire nation is changed.
exactly,
That's really, really awesome, bro. And it's my
exactly.
pleasure having you on the show. I
Thanks
mean,
so much,
we
bro.
had you on just briefly
Yeah,
last week for the pre-show, the ABGM Awards pre-show, and
yeah,
we had to have you on this week to
yeah,
share your music. So much more we could talk about, and I'm sure
yeah, yeah,
the collaboration will continue,
yeah,
and the spirit of love and the spirit of music and
yeah.
ministry will continue to flow. You have my contact. You can always reach out,
All the
and we can
time, man.
meet. And really want to thank Sister Michelle. Sister Michelle will be celebrating her 60th birthday on Sunday.
Yes.
On
Happy
the 6th.
birthday.
So I know your age, Sister Michelle. You're 60. You're celebrating your 60th birthday on
You're
the 6th of
16.
November. And I'm sure a lot of artists, I've been seeing it on social media, will be doing shout out videos. I sent
Yeah,
one as well, and we'll be
yeah,
sharing that
yeah,
because we want you
yeah,
to feel special on your
yeah, for
birthday,
sure,
November
for
6th.
sure.
And trust me, we want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yeah,
So thank you so much, Sister Michelle, for sharing all these wonderful ministers. And I
yeah.
should be in Trinidad next year, bro. I'm saying that publicly because I should be coming with a missions trip
That's
next
what we're
year
talking
in
about.
Trinidad. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you wonderful ministers
Yeah,
working
yeah,
on.
man.
We
Yeah,
can
that'll
talk
be
about
awesome.
stuff. And trust me, awesome, awesome. All
Yeah,
right, so if you want to connect with Sterling Roberts, just go to the website and that will lead you to everything else.
yeah,
www.sterlingrobertsmusic.com. That's very,
yeah,
very simple, very easy. You'll find all his other social media links to his music on all digital platforms. And we want you to go out and support his music. Support Doran Charles, he's on as well, Sister Michelle,
yeah,
Sister
yeah,
Augustine,
yeah,
Marlon Samuels, all the ministers that you have
yeah,
always seen on the show.
yeah.
Please support their music, support
Mm-hmm.
them in their endeavors. When the nominations come, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen, vote for them. We can't vote for ourselves.
yeah. So true.
We just have
So
to
true.
implore on you to just vote, and just support,
Mhm.
because the nominations really mean a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, they're not going to take us into heaven, but guess what? They are
Mhm.
the earthly awards that really
Yeah.
encourages
Yeah.
these ministers to do more and to continue to serve. So thank you,
Mhm.
Minister, for being on the show. It's a
Thank you so
pleasure,
much.
and we'll be connecting on some live
Yeah.
platform later to watch the ABGMA Awards, and
Of
looking
course.
forward to that.
Of
So
course.
all the best, bro, and we look forward to hearing the new music,
Yep.
everything that's coming new from Sterling
Yeah.
Roberts.
Praise God,
Forward to
man.
hearing that. And it's really, really a pleasure.
Thanks,
So
man.
have a great day, bro. And we will talk definitely. It was wonderful having you on. And I'm sure the platform is impacted by your ministry and by your testimony. So
Glory to
God
God,
bless
man.
you. Take care. Take care. All the best.
Take care, bro. Thanks,
All right.
man.
Yeah. Much blessings. Much blessings. All right. So there you have it, Minister Doreen Charles. I was going to be playing another song, but because we're having some problems hearing it on the other side, we want to just withhold that for now until we sort that out. But on Monday, I'll be having my very, very special guest, my friend and sister from Nigeria. She's gonna be in the on the Awesome Music Show. Sister Precious Emmanuel. She'll be launching her album on November 14, and she will be on the show to talk about the wonderful happenings. And we want you to be a part of that. She's just about 14 years old, but trust me, God has been using her in so many different ways. And I'm delighted to have her on the show this coming Monday. So we want you to be a part of that show. We want you to support her music. And it's really, this it's really 13th of November 2022, red carpet, 3 p.m. main event, 4 p.m. And it will be Living Faith Church at Treadmore Estate, Airport Road, Abuja in Nigeria. That was an event I was invited to as well. But as you all know, we can't make it to all these events. But I see where God is opening up all those doors of opportunities. And it's just a matter of time for the Awesome Music Show to be touring and going all over the world to do live broadcasts. So we want you to be a part of that. Thank you so much, my brother, for joining on this platform as well. And it's really, really good. So join me on Monday, and we will be having Minister Precious Emmanuel live from Nigeria. She'll be my special guest on the Awesome Music Show. Her new album will be God's Goodness, and that will be launched on November 13. That's next Friday, November 13. And we look forward to all the happenings. Read that wonderful event. So stay tuned to the Awesome Music Show for those wonderful guests that will be passing through. So as I go today, be blessed wherever you're logging on from: Jamaica, the USA, the UAE, Trinidad, Antigua, wherever you're logging on from. Thank you so much. And I want to publicly big up my cousin Dania for supporting and for attending that awards on the Awesome Music Show. She'll be standing proxy for the Awesome Music Show in Antigua today, November 4th, and we really want to publicly say thanks to her and her family for supporting and for being there. And all those who are supporting other ministers who can't make it, we want to publicly say thank you so much. Thank you so much, Darren Charles, for supporting as well and for sharing your music on this wonderful platform. So as I go, it's another awesome day given to us by an awesome God to do some awesome things. Check out all the music for Sterling Roberts on his website, and you can find the links to all those wonderful music. Thanks for your comments. Share this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and for those who have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so that when we go live, you can get all the live updates and all the new videos that are coming up. Also, exciting stuff coming up for year 3 of the Awesome Music Show, and we want you to be a part of that. So thank you so much for sharing the platform with us tonight. My name is DLT. Take care and see you on Monday for this wonderful broadcast. Take care. Have a great evening. Have a great day wherever you are. God bless. Take care.